Welcome to For Sure Media, without doubt bringing you the hottest and the latest in music and fashion from across the UK. And today in the hot seat, we've got my guy, Bhebhe, ready to talk to us about his music. I'm Tis, your host. Bhebhe, pleasure to have you here, my bro.
Yeah, likewise, man. Happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
So yeah, just once again, we're here in Radicallounge Studio 2. This is where a lot of magic happens, not just for other artists, but for you as well. You know what I'm saying? So just tell us a little bit about Bhebhe, kind of where the name come from, and just tell us a little bit about you as an artist, you know, for those who don't know you.
Right. So the name is my family name.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually the surname, and it comes from, I guess, the Zulu culture, and what it means, as far as I was told, is it's a kind of, I guess, it's more spiritual. So it's like see His mercy type of thing. So talking about the higher power and whatnot. And that's as far as I can tell you in regards to that.
And just for those people that are prone to getting the spelling wrong,
yeah, that's happened.
How is it spelled?
Bhebhe,
yeah,
no spaces.
Bhebhe.
Bhebhe, yeah, that's that.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
it's a very unique name.
Thank you, man.
So let's talk about your most recent release.
Yep.
What's that called?
It's called Keep Trying.
Keep Trying, yeah.
That one is self-produced and engineered, and I probably took a long time, longer than I would have anticipated to spend on that. But that one came out just why? Because I'm so like perfectionist is a word for it, but like it's actually an uncomfortable reality sometimes when I want to change this and it's like, okay, it's ready to go, listen to it for another like day or two. I'll never change that. So that's why it took longer than I probably would have expected.
Do you find you can be a little bit indecisive creatively?
Yes and no. I'll say yes, I can be indecisive, but that's because I'll come to one decision and then I'll change my mind.
You got ideas.
Yeah, so it's like an even when the song's out, I could have probably added this or whatever the case, or taken this out, whatever the case is. So I guess it's a revolving door of like ideas and that.
So Keep Trying, Bhebhe, out now. You guys can listen to it on all platforms.
Yeah, so it's on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, whatever their preferences are, whatever the case, and it's there.
And what's the song about?
The song, it was kind of like somewhat of an unintended night out. So to keep it short, I think I was going to just go check somebody in like a quick visit type thing, and then
a booty call.
Not even that. Like, imagine, like, I'm just gonna say, yo, I ain't seen you in a minute. You know them texts that I ain't seen you in a minute, just come check me. I say, yeah, cool, I'll come through, I'll pass through. Right. And then
I only said that because I blatantly know that's what everyone was thinking. I just put it out there.
But imagine now, I sort of pull up, and then I see drinks here. There's more people than anticipated.
Right.
And then the night progresses, and you start getting vibes and things like that, whatever the case, and maybe one or two advances and whatnot. But then it's like I made plans elsewhere, whatever the case, in it. So that's, without getting too deep into that, the rest of the song will explain. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So you was there, but you had to dip out.
I had to dip
out. So the other person had to keep trying.
There you go.
Okay.
There you
go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dope. So, talk to us a little about some of your inspirations. So if there was one artist, UK artist, that you could work with, who would it be and why?
Right now, I'll say J Hus. Because he's just like, I think he's so good in music.
He's an icon now.
Definitely,
yeah,
100%. I think he's one of those artists where he doesn't have to drop for like a number of years and then people will still be looking for new music. I think for me, one of my favorite things about him is that no matter what sound he dives into, whether it be like hip hop sound or like Afro, whatever the case, he sounds at home and he sort of owns it. Type of things, like, and it's not just versatility, it's more like he's just, you can tell he's a music man type of thing. So
what is it about his style that appeals to you?
Stylistically, it's the melodies, the cadences, and I think it's his tone. He's not, like I said, it sounds at home. There's certain familiarity as well, one way or another, with his music, and like kind of reminds me of a little bit of like some of the old school African artists and whatnot. So I like that about him, and there's like an old soul to his music.
J Hus, you heard it here first. He's gunning for that feature, boy. Gunning for that feature.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, what have you got coming? What you got cooking? What can we expect from you?
There's a lot more music cooking. So the next song dropping, I guess you'll get the exclusive. It's entitled Flask. That one, is produced by myself and my brother. We started sort of making music together, type of thing, and he's yeah, he's sick.
So this is all produced in your home studio.
Home studio, produced, recorded, mixed there, whatever the case, and then yeah, that one's like near enough ready to go, and then that'll be dropping at some point this month.
What the song's about?
That one's a little bit of I kind of want to let that one sort of speak when it drops. That I'm just kind of I'm rapping in it because, like I said, I like to experiment with different sounds. So while Keep Trying was that kind of more of a singing vibe.
Okay.
It leans more towards R&B and trap. This one is going to be hip hop based and yeah. So like I'm just kind of I like the idea of bouncing between different sounds and that. So this one is more my hip hop side coming up.
So you're an independent artist, and you know you've been involved in bands. You've toured, you've gigged, you've done festivals, etc. So now you're working on solo stuff.
Right.
What are some of the challenges that you find?
I think you said predominantly because being an independent, it means you have to be involved in every aspect of your artistry. So whilst you want to keep on making the music, that's only one part of like the area where you need to focus on. But then there's also managing the social media and whatnot, making sure you're booking gigs, and like it's a whole, you have to operate the whole ship on your own type of thing without let's say the crew, if that makes sense. So the understanding how social media changes, because like most artists just love being in the studio and like just cooking away and whatever, and then you want to release the music and people love it, but then there's a lot more to consider.
You got to stay relevant,
exactly, and then you got to figure out how the tides are changing when it comes to social media trends, and like how to like keep up with it, whether you want to ride with the wave or kind of like take your own path or whatever the case. You just need to be aware of your surroundings. So that's probably the hardest thing.
And if you could maybe tell your younger artists one bit of advice, what would that be?
Be aware of your surroundings. Like, yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Any one person's journey is different.
Is that the same as not rushing into relationships and stuff like that?
Exactly. Like, always make sure like you might want to be here, but then because you see my man's like doing the thing, but then it's like your situations are different. You know, it's patterned differently for him. You might want to work on this sound, but then it might not be what your general area is interested in. So you got to figure out where your audience is.
Yeah.
And you can only figure out where your audience is if you know where you are musically and things like that. So a lot of things like it's kind of not that deep, but it is that deep. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all relative. You just got to find your tribe.
I got one more question for you. Trainers.
Yeah.
I know you're a man. I love your trainers.
Yeah.
So which brand sits at the top of your collections?
Air Max 90s.
Air Max 90s.
Yeah, I think I'm always gonna, no matter what I do, I'm always gonna need some Air Max 90s like in artillery.
You heard it there first.
Yeah,
my
man.
guy Bhebhe in the house, Radicallounge Studio 2.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, For Sure Media, without doubt, bringing you the latest and the newest in music and fashion from across the UK. I'm your boy Tis Respect, and we're out.